Hello, welcome back to public sector accounting class. And we'll be looking at auditing and accountability in public sector accounting. Auditing and accountability in public sector. And this is actually the 8th module. And looking at this, we will look at the nature and scope of public sector auditing, types of audits, audit process and reporting, and we'll look at the role of Auditor General and Anti-Corruption Agency in public sector accounting. And why public sector auditing is actually crucial. Public fund belongs to the citizen, and their management requires the highest level of accountability. That is why auditing becomes very, very necessary. And it is not only in public sector that auditing is very, very necessary, even in private sector. So in public sector, auditing is a systematic, independent examination of government financial records, operations, and performances. And the ultimate goal of performing an audit is to ensure public resources are used, one, efficiently, effectively, and economically. These are the 3 E's: efficiently, effectively, and economically. And also to ensure that the resources are used in accordance with law and regulations, and also to make sure that the resources are used for the intended public benefit. And this will actually help to strengthen public confidence and deter mismanagement and corruption. The nature and broad scope of public sector auditing. More than just a number, auditing in public sector goes beyond financial record to the place of evaluating system. They evaluate system, controls, and the achievement of policy goals. It's beyond just looking at numbers. It goes to the place of evaluation of system, controls, and achievement of policy goals. And auditor performs the function of a watchdog. They act as an independent agent for citizens, ensuring public stewardship. And as per the scope of auditing in public sector, it includes central and local governments. They are part of where the auditing can be performed. State-owned enterprise also and donor-funded projects. These areas are the scope of auditing in public sector public sector. And areas of focus are the financial reporting, the internal control, the procurement, and service delivery. We have the 3 pillars, which are the 3 types of audits. We have the financial audit, the performance audit, and the compliance audit. And when we talk about the financial audit, the primary question that it asks is, are the financial statements accurate and fair? And this type of audit focuses on accuracy and compliance with the standards, relevant standards. And the example of this is the verification of a ministry's reporting about 2 billion naira expenditure on an infrastructure. Looking at the performance audit, it's asked the question, are programs achieving value for money? And the focus is on economy, efficiency, and effectiveness. Example is evaluating if an agricultural subsidy actually increased farmers' income. And the last one is compliance audit. And for this, the primary question is where the rule followed, where the rules followed, where the rules followed, rather, where the rules followed. And the focus is on adherence to the laws, regulations, and procedures. An example of this is checking if a contract award followed the Public Procurement Act. We have the audit process, which we can term as a step-by-step approach, a structured approach of auditing. And the first step we'll be talking about is the audit planning. And at this stage, the auditor understands the head entity and identify all necessary risks as it pertains to the entity. And the second one is the second step is audit execution of fieldwork. And at this stage, it's a stage to gather and test evidences. Also, the third step is evaluation and analysis. And at this stage, the auditor forms conclusion and discuss findings as per what has been gathered or tested, the evidence that has been tested. And the next step is audit reporting, which is the stage where findings, opinions, and recommendations are communicated. And the last step is the follow-up and implementation of recommendation. And at this stage, you talk about the auditor ensuring that the recommendations in step 4 are implemented. The audit report and the auditor's opinion, we have to understand this too. They are key concepts in auditing. The audit report communicates findings to stakeholders like the parliament, the publics, and the critical element as per this is the auditor's opinion. And in an auditor's opinion, it provides an understanding into the financial statement, and the auditor's opinion on the financial statement can be one, unqualified. So after checking, it can provide an opinion about the audit exercise. And when it is unqualified or plain, it means that the statements are true and fair. When an opinion is being granted and it states qualified, it means that the statements are fair except for a specific issue. And when it is termed adverse, it means that the statements are not true and fair. And when it is termed disclaimer, it shows that it cannot form an opinion. The auditor cannot form an opinion because of maybe lack of evidence or insufficient evidence. And the impact of this is that reports are used by the Public Accounts Committee to hold officials accountable. The role of Auditor General, he plays key roles in terms of one, audits all government MDAs. They also conduct financial performance and compliance audits. The Auditor General also reports directly to the Parliament and not the executive. He provides an independent assurance to the public. He also promotes good governance and accountability. And lastly, the Auditor General also advises the government agency on strengthening internal control, risk management, and governance structures to prevent further financial irregularities. And the guidance of public financial integrity, ensuring value for money. We also have the enforcers, and these are the anti-corruption agencies. What role do they play? While the Auditor General finds problem, the anti-corruption agency are established to provide enforcement consequences. Example of these are the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC in Nigeria, and the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, and these are in Nigeria. The key functions are to, one, investigate and prosecute corruption and financial crimes, to also recover stolen public assets, to prevent corruption through education and system strengthening, and to collaborate with the Auditor General on findings that suggest criminal activities. In conclusion, auditing is a non-negotiable pillar of transparency and accountability in government. And financial performance and compliance audit provides a comprehensive check on public spendings. The Auditor General, who is the guardian and the anti-corruption agency, which are termed the enforcers, play complementary vital roles, and effective auditing deter corruption, improves service delivery, and strengthen democracy by rebuilding public trust. Thank you for listening. See you in the next module.